Good afternoon, everybody. Let's call this meeting to order at 5:05. You have the invocation.
Thank you, Chair. Lord, we're meeting today to conduct matters of business. We ask that you guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Please impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that we may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being our source of guidance today. Amen.
Thank you. Want to have the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Boab.
If everybody could please stand and place your right hand over your heart. Okay, ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Secretary. Roll call.
Chairperson Miguel Flores,
Present.
Vice Chair Cristina Paulo,
Present.
Commissioner Oscar Boado,
Present.
Commissioner Andrew Leon. For the record, Commissioner Andrew Leon is absent. Commissioner Gustavo Mendez.
Are there any public comments?
For the record, there's no public comments.
Let's move on to the approval of the Education Commission minutes. Can I get a motion?
I motion that.
Can I get a second?
I second that motion to pass the minutes.
First motion by Commissioner Boado, second by Vice Chair Paulo. Can we get a Commissioner Secretary? Can you please do a roll call?
Chairperson Miguel Flores,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cristina Paulo,
Yes.
Commissioner Oscar Boado,
Yes.
Commissioner Andrew Leon. For the record, Commissioner Andrew Leon is absent. Commissioner Gustavo Mendez.
I respectfully abstain for the reason that I was not in the last commission meeting, so I'll abstain.
Motion passes. Move on to our Recreation and Community Services Department update.
Thank you, Chair. We'll get started with an update on youth baseball. So we received over 130 participants ages 8 through 13 that registered for this season. Practice sessions for the season began in early April and continue on until today, actually. League play is set to begin on Monday, May 15th and onward. The games will be played Monday through Thursday, starting in the afternoons or in the evenings, and on Saturday mornings into the early afternoon as well. All games will be played at Bell Gardens Veterans Park. Next, we'll move forward to CalFresh Awareness Month. So every year, the month of May is dedicated to spreading awareness about the CalFresh program. This is a very great resource that provides nutrition assistance to income-eligible families and individuals. Our Community Family Service Center received a wonderful grant called the ARPA grant, where our goal is to educate our community about this resource and to also help them register. We are focusing on seniors, but we're absolutely willing to help anybody. We are conducting some outreach at community events. We've been tabling at schools. So we're really excited about that. So anybody interested can contact the Community Family Service Center for that. Moving forward, we'll talk about our May STAR meeting. So we do have our upcoming STAR meeting on Friday, May 19th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Bell Gardens Veterans Park. To reiterate, the STAR program is an adaptive recreation program that is meant for an inclusive atmosphere where individuals with disabilities can gather in a recreational setting. And this is used for social interactions, creative expression, and emotional release. The May meeting will be inclusive, or it'll be more so of an Earth Day themed event, which will include some fun activities such as painting your own pot, and then they'll be able to keep a flower and a succulent that they'll be able to plant there. So we're looking forward to that. During the meeting, the families will also receive an update on the full reopening of the program. We have been doing only monthly meetings. However, effective June 16th, we will commence the full reopening of the program. So every single Friday from 4 to 6 p.m., our participants and their caregivers will be able to join us for our STAR meeting. We're really looking forward to that. So that's going to be a lot of fun and can't wait to make all of those wonderful memories with them. We'll now move forward to Memorial Day. So our department will be hosting our Memorial Day ceremony on Monday, May 29th. This will be hosted at Bell Gardens Veterans Park at the Memorial Monument. The ceremony will commence at 10 a.m. and will include a live performance from the Satin Dolls, who will be performing the armed services songs for each military branch. We're also have a very wonderful guest speaker. He's a U.S. military veteran who will be dedicating his speech to his fallen brothers and sisters that have passed during the line of duty. So we really encourage our community and all of our commissioners to join us for that event as well. We'll also discuss a little bit about some topics that have been discussed in this commission previously. So starting with the Cesar Chavez contest. So as a bit of an update on that, every entry did receive a winning prize. They have been notified and they began picking up those prizes effective today. So we'll be distributing those out and ensuring that we reach out to make sure we get that out to everybody. There is plans to continue this program as well in the next year. So we really appreciate all of the work that the commissioners have put into this. Moving forward to the Banner and Senior Scholarship Program. So we'll start with the Senior Scholarship Program. This is going to be for a college scholarship for our high school, Bell Gardens High School seniors. We are just waiting for the final approval for the flyer and the application, but we do expect for this to be out and distributed to all of the schools on Monday. And this will also be posted on social media. Similar update with the banner program. The flyers will be posted on social media and they will be distributed to the schools as well. The top 10 will be recognized and so the top 10 GPAs from our Bell Gardens High School will receive a automatic banner, so they will be recognized, but we will be accepting applications for additional banners for any student that would like to also take part in that. Then moving forward to the Fall Health Fair, I know this has been a topic that has been discussed here. There is plan for the RCS department to host a Fall Health Fair. We are actively working on this, so we unfortunately don't have a set date at the moment, but as soon as we have that available, we'll definitely make sure that we let you all know. And as we finalize all of that information, we'll make sure to keep you all updated on that as well in case there's any feedback on that. We'll really appreciate that. Next, the certification or training, I should say. Our department is in contact with Janice Hahn's office as well as LA County Fire Department's office, the fire department. We unfortunately cannot schedule this training in the next few months at the moment, based off of what the LA County Fire Department did notify us that they are actively training some staff at the moment. So we do anticipate to be able to get this scheduled sometime in the fall around the September season. So your commission supervisor, Anna, will be providing you all that information as it becomes available as well. And I do know that there was some discussions about ad hoc committee appointments. In regards to all the other topics, I'm happy to try to answer any questions that you all might have or take some notes that I can provide to your commission supervisor. So this concludes my report if you all have any questions for me.
Excellent, thank you. Does anybody have any questions before we move on to the ad hoc? Vice Chair?
I just had a suggestion for the fall fair, health fair. Since you guys are already in contact with the fire department, you can have the fire department do a booth for CERT. And they can also do a booth for sidewalk CPR to teach our residents how to do sidewalk CPR. It's real simple, takes 2 minutes. And that's a life-saving skill that I think all our residents can benefit from. So I'd like to see that at the health fair, and I'm happy to hear about the scheduling of the CERT program in the fall. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for that report, very detailed. I wanted to shed light that I brought as a question for our today meeting regarding CERT. I was formerly trained through the annual conference in San Diego back in 2019. So I do have the title of program manager for CERT trainings. I have worked in the past with the Los Angeles County Fire Department in hosting these trainings. The last recent one I had was back in 2019, excuse me, at the city of Cudahy. So we were able to garner a lot of support and a lot of community members reaching out all the way from El Monte. So as you might probably know, it's a highly demand. And it's just a way to have our community members fend for themselves in case of a natural disaster strikes, right? Because our first responders will be heavily impacted. So I just wanted to let City Hall and our commissioners know that I am here to collaborate, to cooperate, and to help any way that I can, in the hopes that we can push this for September, as it was stated. I have vast knowledge and yeah, I'm here to provide service. Lastly, I was hoping that I could get some more 411, so to speak, on the ad hoc committees, as I'm not well versed. Hopefully that could be brought up for my novice to become experienced. Thank you.
Thank you for that comment. And the ad hoc committees will be taken care of once we follow with questions.
As far as the health fair, right? Have you reached out to different community partners or healthcare organizations?
We have been actively, this is something that's been in mind, I know, for some time. So yes, it's something that conversations that we have had, but because we don't have a date, we haven't been able to finalize much. But yes, we do have contacts. We actually have a folder going of all organizations or agencies that we have contacts with, and then we plan on having hopefully join us for the health fair.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I just had a follow-up question on the Cesar Chavez. How many prizes were given? Did we, I know we gave a couple. I guess my bigger question is, did we do the same thing as last time where like a teacher got involved? Or I know we awarded a teacher or a classroom last time. Did we get a chance to do that this time? Great, thank you. Well, hopefully we'll try to add some effort for the next one. Well, it was a busy January, February. So I'm so glad we had it, and we'll continue to do so for the third year. Let's go ahead and move on to, oh, I'm so sorry, for the banners. How many banners can we have for the banner program?
I believe there's, if I'm not mistaken, around 50 or so that we're able to post. Based off of our council, and if I'm not mistaken, our mayor's direction, she did want our top 10 GPAs to receive that, so they'll definitely be guaranteed a spot. Anna's actively just finalizing the additional requirements and the process for the additional, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, around 50 or so that can possibly be put up around the city.
Great, thank you. So we have 40 to kind of open up, 10 are already kind of allotted for. Right, and double-sided. Okay, so 50 total people or 50 total banners? Because they're double-sided.
Yeah, it's 50 total banners. I would have to confirm with Anna exactly what the plan is as far as printing, if they want to have 2 people on each side. Is that what you're referring
I guess,
to?
yeah, that's what I was
Right?
asking.
Yeah, it might be double-sided with this. I'm assuming it would most likely be double-sided with the same person listed on
Got it.
both sides. Mhm.
Okay, thank you very much.
And it has to do with the banners. It's actually the electronic signage. I know we discussed possibly having the top 10 placed there. Is that possible?
That's something that we can definitely have our staff work on. That direction or that suggestion was provided to Anna, so I can have her give or provide you all a follow-up on that as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on to ad hoc committees. I know we tabled this for this month. That way we can have other commissioners kind of look at it. There are three ad hoc committees that exist and have been approved by this committee. The first one is the senior scholarship. And that is looking at giving Bell Gardens high school students scholarships as they move into college. And so the process would be to work closely with RCS, help process some of the applications, and then kind of be a boomerang for how that's going to be. It's moving very quickly since this is going to be released pretty much next week or the following. And we've been working on this for about a year and change now, so we're really excited it's happening. The second ad hoc committee is the Banner ad hoc committee, and that is looking at, as we talked about, an ongoing thing, which is now also working with Anna and the group to figure out application process, sifting through those, and then hopefully trying to decide which would be the top 50 that would get banners. The last one that we've tabled that we have been kind of focusing on these two is the Safer Routes, which is for schools. We've worked on that for the last couple of months, and so now we're looking at whether or not we want to be part of Safer Routes. I do imagine that this committee and commission will probably have a health fair or CERT ad hoc committee when the time arises near July, but for now, these are our three major ones that we're looking for. At this point, Vice Chair Paolo and Commissioner Boado are on the Senior Scholarship Committee. I am on the Banner Update Committee, and no one is on the Safer Route Committee as of yet because we've been focusing on this. So all those three are available. You are welcome to join. We've been recommending people kind of join too, only because it gets really, it's actually really tough to be on several, but everyone's willing to try it all if you'd like. So you're open to be part of 2, 3, or whichever one you would like. That's kind of what we're holding on. Do you have any questions on the ad hoc committees?
Thank you for that. When it comes to these ad hoc committees, what is the role and what is the, I guess, level of contribution? I could see myself with the Safer Routes one, but if it involves during school hours, I work at a school myself, so that would obviously be a conflict. But yeah, what role and capacity would you say?
Dan or Daisy, you want to comment on that? Because I know each ad hoc committee tends to kind of run a little differently. As far as I know, the ad hoc committees do not necessarily run during the day. RCS has been very effective in making space and time for after hours. But then again, emails kind of go back and forth throughout the day and then get addressed after. Am I missing anything?
No, Chair, I think you really covered everything. As far as joining an ad hoc committee, you know, the supervisor, Anna, is very flexible as far as making sure that you can meet with her for any you know, a meeting regarding the ad hoc after hours. So she can definitely make sure that she's flexible for that.
And if I may add, it's also emails as well as very open to Zoom meetings as well, if you want to just touch base with Anna and the group. So they won't always necessarily need to be in person. Okay.
Thank you so much. If I may, I would like to contribute to the Safer Routes ad hoc for now. I could already tell that you guys like to get your hands dirty and get the ball rolling, so I'm all for it. If you guys need assistance in the other ad hocs, I don't mind too. I mean, like you said, it's just starting with the email communications piece, right, and move on from there. So yeah, Safer Routes for me for right now. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, I was just gonna mention, we're all flexible too. If there's a certain ad hoc committee you want to attend, like we'll switch around, so it's no issue whatsoever.
Right, up to, yes, 102 students if there's an overwhelming amount that we receive. Hopefully, we're hoping for that.
Okay, so on the next agenda, we'll go ahead and finalize and approve all of the ad hoc committee appointments. Hopefully that time as well. We'll add it to the agenda, and then Commissioner Leon will also join us so we can go ahead and make sure we're approved. As of now, I'll also inform you of all the roles as well. That way, if you want to go ahead and start moving informally, we can go ahead and do that as well. Okay,
Commissioner Flores, I have a question. Should we just actually do the health fair cert now or wait? Just to have it already, but then again, we're missing one of the commissioners as well, so I don't know if we should hold off on it or do it now, just since we're doing this already.
I do think that we should hold off at least until the next meeting. That way, two things can happen. One is we can get almost a finalized update as to what's really happening, especially there's no date yet. And then two, I would really like to make sure that we finalize and confirm the banner and the senior scholarship before we jump into anything else, because it has been a ongoing project. So I want to make sure that it gets done this year by July.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Fellow commissioners, comments? Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to any public comments.
For the record, no public comments.
Let's go ahead and move on to commissioner comments.
I just want to thank our staff, our city staff, for the continuous work they continue to do to make sure that the city residents have these great programs such as the CalFresh Awareness, the STAR programs for persons with disabilities. And I'm happy to hear about the college banners coming to fruition this year. It's been a long time coming, so I'm really excited to see the banners, the college banners, and I'm happy to hear about the anticipated cert being scheduled in the fall. Let's see. And that is it for me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gustavo Mendez. I look forward to working with you guys all. I just moved here to Bell Gardens from Cudahy. I got 2 years running. I was able to buy my own property, and I'm just excited to see almost on a regular monthly basis how the city just throws these off the hook, community events. I always bring my family in. I have 2 kids of my own. And, it's just so beautiful to see that. And I just want to contribute to that as much as I can. I'm very passionate about emergency preparedness, hence my inquiry via email about CERT. And I'm also an educator. I work at Pomona Unified School District. So, when it comes to education pieces, I've obviously felt that this commission was it for me. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. And I just want to apologize for not attending last meeting. I just wasn't familiarized with how you guys post one day before. But now that I know, I'll just be on it more. Thank you. And we're looking forward to working with you guys.
Well, first of all, I just want to welcome Commissioner Mendez. Welcome aboard. And I sound like a broken record player all the time. I want to thank city staff for all the amazing work that they do each and every day. It's been challenging sometimes, but they always do an amazing job no matter what. And that's basically it. That's all I have for right now.
Welcome, Commissioner Mendez. I'm glad to meet you. Looking forward to working with you as well. I'm very excited, obviously, for the senior scholarship and the banner program. That's always been very effective for us, especially with all the essays that are going to be coming in, and the fact that we can support college bound or even next stage for seniors is actually amazing as an educator. The second thing is just to the whole staff coming into May, and we know how June and July are just active in the city throughout with all of the youth and everything going on. So plus the STAR program, I have to echo what Vice Chair mentioned. I'm really excited for the STAR program to kick off because that's always been an amazing program. And just looking forward to the next 3 weeks of action because we have banners, senior scholarships, and now safer routes. So it should be good. We'll keep ourselves busy. Any additional or final comments? Okay. Can I get a motion to call the meeting to order? Oh, adjourn the meeting.
I, Commissioner Mendez, motion to adjourn the meeting.
Can I get a second?
I second that.